Alright, what's up guys, it's Kostov here, and today I wanted to talk to you guys about Team Caliber. If you guys didn't know, I own an esports and gaming entertainment organization called Team Caliber that was founded a few years ago by my friend Jimmy or Chaosic Silencer and myself, and as well as another guy named Nemo. Now, I know a lot of you guys have probably watched at least one of the commentaries by one of the three of us of how we formed Team Caliber and kind of like the first 6 months of the organization and how we played in Black Ops 2. But come to think about it, I don't think I've ever even addressed it on my channel or even talked to you guys about, Team Caliber from my point of view, or any of the reasons why we make any of the decisions we make, or just really what the thinking and what the core value system or the MO of Team Caliber has been since I took over, which was a little under a year after Team Caliber was founded. Now, a lot of people know that I own Team Caliber, but probably haven't known that I've owned it for so long. And moreover, everyone outside of our fan base probably doesn't really understand how we run this organization, why we run it the way we do, and really like what we're doing here as a group of people like in this space. Because we do operate on a different kind of core value system and a little bit of a different business model than most other organizations, especially esports organizations in the scene. Now, I'll direct you to Jimmy's channel if you want to go see the reasons why he kind of left Team Caliber and left the esports scene, and he had his reasons, not having anything to do negative with any of us. If anything, he was really proud to sell his share of Team Caliber to me so that I could own it solely and kind of make it my own thing, which it always had largely been. I had always typically run the organization, being the general manager of it, but obviously that's a really short version of his reason for leaving. If you guys want to go see that, you can go over to his channel and check it out. In short, my dude's a serial entrepreneur. Jimmy, if you guys follow him, have known he like does a million little projects, and some of them blow up and some of them don't, but he just loves being that super busy, wildly successful and intelligent human being. You guys should definitely go sub him. But no, based on our lifetime as an organization, Jimmy left relatively early. And the reasons for him leaving, plus like I guess the experience I had gained by running Team Caliber and running its day-to-day operations and kind of managing the pro team, I decided I wanted to run a team with a kind of a different MO. And just to paint the landscape for you, we are a team of basically one washed up pro and 3 amateurs that entered into a esports community that is totally dominated by one brand, and whatever isn't being dominated is being picked up by 2 other brands. You guys know them as Optic, FaZe, and NV. That knowledge, combined with kind of our rough road of finding directors for Team Caliber and really finding people that kind of had the same vision as us and wanted to make content with us and kind of do our style of content, or being able to evolve with content, because YouTube is always changing. Trends are trends on YouTube, and they hit the internet before they hit anything else. And I basically began to see a bunch of different people on the internet kind of all falling under one umbrella, being Team Caliber, and I was wondering like what is holding us all together, because none of us are big enough where we're getting paid. When we started TK, I had 10K on YouTube, and by the time I took over, I only had like 150. And really at the time, Team Caliber wasn't such a massive brand. It was still bigger than all of us individually, but what it could do for these directors like directly wasn't exactly a massive benefit to everybody. And really the ones that were in Team Caliber at the time I took over were really the ones that had been there from the very beginning, and I started to realize that we were just kind of like all friends, supporting each other's YouTube or esports or streaming careers, and that idea might be the best way to mold an organization, because that's the best way to ensure its survival and ensure its growth, to ensure its members are excited to be in it, and want to contribute. So I started to think of Team Caliber less as an organization, but more as a tool to help all the members in Team Caliber. And that's right when we closed kind of open recruitment and really just started bringing in friends, the people that we got along with, that we already knew, whose efforts on YouTube could help us, and that we can in turn support them, and we could all kind of make content together and grow together. So this meant Team Caliber became more of a tool or a support system for its members to do whatever they want to do. So we use Team Caliber to support everyone's endeavors, whether it's playing in esports and needs hotels and airplane tickets to go to tournaments, or if you need other directors to make content with, or if you're doing a charity stream for autism and need a whole bunch of sponsors to donate products so that you can raise money for your event. We're adding you to a Twitch team with a whole bunch of other streamers. So TK became more about its members than the actual logo or the brand Team Caliber, which is kind of a conundrum, because obviously I believe this is what's in TK's best interest, is to support our members and they in turn support us back. Because we're not a real manufacturing or service-based company, we're an entertainment company where a lot of our associates or third-party contracts, aka members, are all only really held together by our relationships with each other. Now, competitively, this does leave us kind of in a weird situation, because obviously where everybody's promoting that they have the best team and they're fielding the best team under their brands, and that's how they want to gain their fans, is by performing the best. And in a landscape of Call of Duty where there's 1,000 team changes and all types of politics happen and AIDS calls and all this crazy shit happens, I decided that Team Caliber was going to remain loyal, or as loyal as we could, to the team that we had. Because I didn't just want to see TK win, I wanted to see our players win. Because although we never had a run just like Black Ops 2, they always performed pretty well. We were always in all the leagues, and AW, I think we came 3rd and 4th in like the first 2 seasons. We always placed pretty well, but obviously we're making team changes. Now a lot of people are saying like, oh, you know, you stayed completely loyal just to those 4 guys, and that's why you're in kind of like in the situation you're in now. Well, that's not exactly true. Sharp's the only member that's always been on Team Caliber. The other 3 spots have changed quite a lot over the last 2 or 3 years. Some of the biggest pros in competitive Call of Duty were on TK at one point. But the same MO applied. We wanted to support Sharp and his endeavors with esports just like we supported all our other members. But this MO doesn't kind of weigh into our recruitment process so much for our esports team because, you know, these pros are pros. They're not stupid. They're not going to just join a team because they're friends. They're joining a team because competitively they think they can win. And we believed in Sharp, Dylan, Neslo, and Goonjars. They're the ones who helped us build the brand to start with. And when it came around to Black Ops 3, we were really excited to announce our original Black Ops 2 team. Now, if you guys don't follow esports and heard me mention the predicament that TK is in now, if you guys didn't know, one of our players got stuck at the Canadian Customs for the last qualifier for this season's league, forcing us to play with a sub who doesn't really play pro Call of Duty, and we of course lost. So for the first time in Call of Duty League history, Team Caliber is not in the league, and it's extremely unfortunate. It's not because we lost or our team went there and did poorly and we didn't deserve to not be in league. One of our players couldn't make it because he didn't have a proper visa, and the sub that we had, Embos, bless his heart, and he's awesome for doing it and fucking amazing. He obviously wasn't the 4th member of our team, someone they hadn't been screaming with constantly over the last 2 months, someone they hadn't been playing league matches with over the past 2 months. So it was an extreme disadvantage, and we're placed in a position where we currently do not have an esports team. Now we are in the middle of ongoing deals and talks to expand into other esports, and that's always been the plan. It's just, you know, obviously now it's been pushed up a little bit. Now you guys might know after that news of not getting into league, Sharp retired from Call of Duty, at least for the rest of Black Ops 3. Goon instantly left to join a team called Complexity, and Neslo is currently looking at a couple different teams to join as well. He might be joining some other organizations' team and building a team for them. So although it does kind of seem like a lot of it fell apart because of that, really this team was going to break up anyways, and the things needed to change. Goonjar in the middle of the last season was going to leave for LG, and that caused a lot of the discord in our team. I do feel like they started to build some chem and started to come back at the end of the season, but this team was eventually going to break up. But it was time. We had given it a shot. Their roles didn't match up for Black Ops 3 because we formed this team obviously when the game first came out. Now that they know more about it, they realize their roles don't exactly click and they don't mesh as well as a team, and everybody was going to be looking for a new team. You know, obviously Sharp was going to stay on and build TK a new squad. There was no ill feelings. Everybody's trying to do what's best for their career, and that's the best way to hold kind of an organization together. So currently the only member of Team Caliber's pro team that's still active in Call of Duty playing for Team Caliber is Dylan. And Dylan right now, well, Dylan's busy as fuck. He's out there screaming with a whole bunch of different teams and players trying to build Team Caliber's next team, because believe it or not, just because we're not in league doesn't mean we can't compete in Call of Duty. There's multiple lands coming up. MLG Anaheim just got announced yesterday, and of course there's COD Champs, the big tournament, like the main tournament where 90% of the prize money available in Call of Duty's like annual season is up for grabs. So there's a whole lot of Call of Duty yet to happen. And to be honest, I'm really excited for this new squad that Dylan's creating. You know, not too long ago, we decided to take a washed up pro and 3 AMs and throw them in some jerseys and put them on stage. And then they ended up destroying every single team they played against, save one, being Complexity, and led to the creation of one of the largest brands in Call of Duty. And as you guys know, Call of Duty, up and coming talent's always around. I can't exactly tell you guys much because nothing's solid yet, and obviously there's no real decisions been made because League just started and everyone's starting to form up their Anaheim teams and things like that. And we're very excited to support Dylan in his Call of Duty esports career, just like we're really excited to support Sharp in his YouTube and streaming career, and just like we're excited to support any member of Team Caliber. And although I could have run this team like a super competitive team and dropped Sharp 2 years ago and used the money and support system that we had created to go find another group of people and do that over and over and over again until we had the highest placing team ever, I don't believe if I had done that we'd be where we are now. Now obviously us not being in league's a huge blow, but Team Caliber, the brand, has never been bigger, never been more vibrant, never been closer, never been more well funded, never had the relationships we've grown recently here at Team Caliber. So it's like, as a brand, we've truly become something that's greater than the sum of its parts. And as you can tell from the story and other stories I talked about how we formed Team Caliber, I kind of fell into esports. So although competitiveness was like 90% of every decision we made in terms of our esports teams, 10% of it always had to do with building a brand, building a team, building a group of individuals that wanted to do this thing together, to do YouTube, streaming, online, internet, whatever the hell you want to call it. Build a true infrastructure and a true support system. We needed to support all of our members in every endeavor that they made, whether it was esports or streaming or leaving the team to join another team. And yes, these things don't get talked about on YouTube or and Twitter, but I've never stopped any member from leaving Team Caliber, and most of the time I helped find them a new team. And I'm very proud of the group of people we've become, not just because of our brands or our YouTubes YouTubes or our combined Twitter followings, but our relationships with each other. And I've been out there and met a whole bunch of different people on YouTube. And I consider myself extremely lucky that I've found the group that I have. And this is compounded by the fact that I built this group just by trusting everybody, and whoever had proved themselves disloyal went off, but didn't let it affect my ability to, see the good in new people and continue to trust people and build new relationships and not let our past experiences have any weight on our ability to support someone new or grow a new friend. So this might have been translated to you in the form of a hashtag of TK family and things like that, but it stretches far beyond that. Team Caliber supports its members, even members that are trying to leave in all their endeavors. That's the only point and the only reason I could even think it would exist. But with all that being said, we couldn't do any of this shit without you guys. You guys are, the whole reason why we exist and why we get to do what we do, and are pretty much the fuel of this whole entire thing. Now, I understand we have a lot of concerned fans out there from our esports side of our community. Don't worry, the homie Dylan's building a squad for us, and we're going to be doing some great things in Call of Duty, so we're not leaving Call of Duty. There's a lot of options available to us. But not only that, we're going to be announcing some new esports teams over the months to come. Obviously, we want to do everything right and find the right people, and, I'm really picky about the players I want to support with my brand and things like that. So, and there's no reason for us to rush. I'd rather make the right decision than a rush decision. And because so much of our brand is entertainment, and I've poured so much of Team Caliber's efforts into growing not only our competitive side, but our entertainment side, it really affords us the ability to make the best competitive decisions. Because for the first time ever, we have an opportunity to go find 3 new homies to go support while still supporting everyone that we had originally grown with and set out to be loyal with. So it's time for new homies across the board, and we're really excited to bring them into our group. So don't worry, TK supporters, we're in good hands because we got each other and we're doing us. Thank you so much for caring. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. See you guys tomorrow.